But we're going to start off with the heavyweights. We're going to start off with the heavyweight who's getting a lot of attention, and rightfully so. Only 20 years old, Moses Itauma versus Dillian Whyte. Very interesting matchup. Whyte entering this fight, been a little inactive. He's won 3 in a row since his last loss a couple years ago to Tyson Fury. He's 37 years of age now. And Moses is knocking everybody out. He's climbing up the rankings. He's already rated number 1 by the WBO, number 2 by the WBA. And I just want to get right into it. I want to get your thoughts. Moses, 14-1 favorite entering this fight. Can Dillian Whyte turn back the clock and pull off the monster upset?
Listen, the thing that Dillian Whyte is depending on that makes him somebody that you can look at is it's the biggest step up so far for Moses, the young kid, 20 years old, as you said. It's his first real step up in competition, or his biggest step up. Dillian Whyte's experience, his power. He's a big guy and he can punch. That is what Moses is going to deal with, and that is what will give people who want to see the hope that this young kid can be tested a little bit. That is what they're going to bargain on, the experience and the power of Whyte. The problem is Whyte at this point now, and I like him, but at this point, because he's fought everybody, I give him credit. I like him. He's been in there with everyone. He getting at the age he is, his legs are looking a little old. I see a little of that aging in his legs when he steps out. I was watching film to prepare for you guys. I do work for you. And they're a little bit, he's got a little trouble getting out the door. When I say the door, going back, getting out the exit. The legs, sometimes they trip a little bit. And that could be a problem. This kid, Moses, he's young, he's athletic, he's technically grounded, he's technically taught right, and he's explosive, not just with his hands, with his feet. He closes gaps fast. And if he sees a little bit of a problem with those old legs stepping out, where Whyte does sometimes, like I just said, look for it. Look for it. And he steps out with his hands low sometimes. I can see Moses exploding forward and catching him and ending this fight before it gets started. And the other thing I could also see is Dillian Whyte, defensively, when you chuck at his head, he'll bend, he'll weave, he'll roll. The problem is I don't think he was ever taught the proper technique where you bend your knees to roll. He'll bend from his waist and he'll lean forward rolling. And when you lean forward rolling, there's a blind spot where as you're rolling, you're leaning forward, you cannot see the uppercuts coming. You cannot see anything coming. But I picked the uppercut because that is the one that can be the most dangerous in that position. And I can see Moses, if they did their homework by doing their, preparation and their game planning and looking at film, where you throw a couple throwaway punches up top, get Dillian Whyte to roll. Get him to roll. Get him to roll. And when you get him to roll and lean forward, I'm sure Ben's going to get some tape up on this. When you get him to lean forward a little bit, time him with an uppercut. Chuck something up top, pop, pop, and then come back with the uppercut. Finish with the uppercut. And I think those two spots, with that and stepping out, I think Moses could make it an early night. He could take what possibly could be a test, a step up, and actually ace it. Ace it. And that's it.
Yeah, to your point, Moses has won the last 8 fights by KO, 6 of them in the first round, and the other 2 in the second round. He's making quick work of everybody. Vegas has this set at 4.5 rounds for the over-under. They're not expecting it to go too long either.
Well, what is the line on the over-under?
The over-under is just about a pick 'em, minus 125 over 4.5 rounds. And again, Moses tremendous favorite, 14-1 heading into this one.
Well, I mean, you didn't ask me for this, but I put myself in this position. I don't mind. I climb out on limbs. I do it all the time. I fall every once in a while, too. But then I go to the chiropractor. That's all. I'll go with the under. Yeah, I like Dillian Whyte. I want to see him do well. He's done well. He's had a heck of a career. But I recognize talent. I recognize when a changing of the guard is happening and somebody new and somebody special is coming along. And I think this kid Moses fits that bill. I think it could be earlier than the odds makers even think.